The time right now, it's 5:12. Happy Monday. It's the start of a new school and work week for people.
That's true. It's going to be a little sloppy today in the weather department. Staying on Skywatch live in downtown Syracuse. Still not doing anything yet, but some light snow is going to be developing before the end of the show, Lisa. And we're likely to mix in some sleet and freezing rain. Now, when that happens, you usually don't get a lot of snow accumulation. Think of it that way. But we will probably have a little period where it gets icy on untreated sidewalks, parking lots, and streets and highways. So something to be prepared for today. And then we look ahead, we see a warm-up and then a chill down through the 7-day forecast. Let's get to all the details. First, get you out the door with live triple Doppler radar. A couple things you may notice is that it's mainly in the lower to middle 20s in the immediate central New York area, while we're rising into the lower 30s with steadier precipitation to the west. Just the outskirts of perhaps a touch of light snow north and west of Syracuse, and especially over the central and western Finger Lakes near Dansville, where we're up to 31 degrees. As we move in, you can see that precipitation is heading right our way. So we're going to see light snow developing, but already by 10, 11 o'clock, we're mixing in that pink, which in the weather world is, at least on this map, sleet or freezing rain. What is freezing rain? Well, it's rain that falls, but then as it hits the ground, it freezes. So in other words, you get ice out of that. Sleet are those little, they almost look like ice pellets. That's really what they are. And they'll like bounce. So that's sleet, in case you're curious. Anyway, this will continue to move east. You may notice that the pink hangs on longest east of Syracuse and the snow hangs on longest north and east of Syracuse. So with that in mind, I've tried to explain this on one map here. I think for everybody in the light blue and the pink, we'll probably wind up getting a half to 1.5 inches of snow before any change over to sleet and freezing rain. Those of you in the blue, which is roughly Syracuse west, as we change over from snow to sleet and freezing rain, we're probably going to wind up with maybe 1/10 of an inch of ice. And then this afternoon, it gets to just be wet and liquid. If you're in the pink, which is a lot of areas from about Fabius and Cortland and DeRuyter and Cazenovia and Fenner and Utica, Norwich and Otsego County over here, Cooperstown, Oneonta, you're going to get the same little amount of snow, 1/2 inch to 1 inch, but you're probably going to have more in the way of ice and freezing rain, up to 1/4 of an inch of ice. So that means this area right in here will probably wind up with the worst road conditions with respect to ice. Keep that in mind on untreated surfaces. And then north and east, you may have noticed up to 2 to 4 inches of snow for places like Old Forge, Loudville, Gouverneur, and Ogdensburg. So that's today's weather. Then tonight, the precipitation is mainly either some light drizzle or showers or a few flurries mixed in, with temperatures hanging out in the 30s. It'll also be foggy tonight. Fog and drizzle tapers off Tuesday. Some limited late morning or midday sun before new rain showers come up. And that means a little mini meltdown. Look for a high of 40 on Tuesday. And Wednesday, take a look at the temperature on Wednesday, the high. 58. The record's 56. I think we could break it. Now, before we get all excited about a warm-up here, we had told you last week about this, and we're still on course as we begin February, which is Friday, and actually this will probably occur on the last day of January, too. We're going to start falling off again temperature-wise. Thursday into Friday, that's some heavier lake effect snow north of Route 31 and east of Lake Ontario, and even colder for the weekend back inside.